All right, lesson 93, we're going to talk about estimating multiplication problems. So example 1, Luke multiplied 43 by 29 and got 203. Is Luke's answer reasonable? So in order to figure out if something is reasonable or not, we just need to take an estimate of it. Okay, so if I take 43 by 29, 43 times 29. Remember, we're going to estimate, so I need to round this. 43, if we have a 3, remember, we round down or stay the same. So 43 just becomes 40. Okay, 43 is closer to 40 than it is to 50. And then 29 is rounded up to 30. 29 is closer to 30 than it is to 20. So we are actually just taking 40 times 30 when we're estimating. Now since these are both multiples of 10, I can cover up that 0 and just put them all at the end and just take my 4 times 3 first, which is 12. And then I add those 2 zeros back on, and I get 1,200. So if I go back up to the problem, it says that Luke got 203. Is that reasonable? No, it's not. 203 and 1,200 are way off. That is not a reasonable number. So the answer in this case would be no. Example 2. Estimate the product of 38 and 53, then find the exact answer. 38 times 53. Okay, I will find the exact answer at the end, but I do want to round it because we're estimating. So 38 is rounded to 40. 53 rounds to 50. They're both multiples of 10. We can cover up those zeros and do that fancy trick. 4 times 5 is 20. Now be careful here, you already have a 0, so make sure that you add the right amount of zeros now, again, because we need to add 2 zeros here. Okay, so just because you have 1 here already doesn't mean you don't need to put 2 more. You still need to put those 2 extras there. Okay, and you get 2,000 when you round it. Now I'm going to go back and find the exact answer over here. So I'm going to start with 3 times 8, which is 24. Then 3 times 3 is 9, plus 2 is 11. Now I am done with the number 3 now. Right here, all done. Now, since I'm done with that place value, I'm going to put a 0 here because now we're going to be taking 38 times 5, which is in that tens place, so it's actually times 50. So that's why we put that 0 down here. So I'm going to go back through. I'm going to start with the ones place. 5 times 8 is 40. Carry the 4. 5 times 3 is 15, plus 4 is 19. You need to be careful that you're crossing off that previous number that you had carried. Okay. Now we can add these 2 up. And I got 2,014. Example 3, estimate the quotient of 1845 divided by 6. So finding the quotient, a quotient is just the answer to a division problem. So 1,845 divided by 6. We need to change this to a compatible number. So 1,845 is what we need to change. There's going to be a number that's going to be compatible with 6. Now, I like to look at the very beginning. Okay, 6 does not go into 1, but 6 does go into 18 3 times. So I would suggest that 1,845 is pretty close to 1,800. We just change this and put the 2 zeros there instead. That's a reasonable number. Now if I divide that by 6, we can actually do this in our head because these are multiples of 10. You can cover up those zeros, and you know that 18 divided by 6 is 3. And then you have those 2 zeros there. So actually, just to estimate this, you would get 300. So when you're finding an estimate of a quotient or a division problem, make sure you find compatible numbers, okay? 6, and let's say you wanted to change this to 1,900. Well, 6 and 19 aren't compatible, so that wouldn't be a good decision, and neither would 1,700, okay? So 1,800 was our best option